It's me! I mean, I don't know who else you're expecting at this point, but it's me. So, hello everybody. It's yeah, it is a tag late. It's very late. This is mainly because we were out filming today, and filming took longer than we thought it was going to. So we're here now. That's all we've got. So everyone be happy that we've turned up. Well, I've turned up. So hi all. Hope we're doing well. Yes, LMM has been out filming again. That kind of stuff happens. I knew I promised a live stream, so we'd have a live stream. It's just taking a little longer. Touch the lamp. Touch the lamp. So touch the lamp. It's fine. I haven't fixed it. So basically, it's back with Skull again. Mainly because, honestly, I hadn't put it away because I played with it a couple of times because I quite enjoyed playing with it because I quite like Skull. So basically this evening's entertainment is I'm just going to shunt stuff around again. So there we are. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. Let us know in the comments what you've been up to, anything particularly exciting, and hello. It is 2 weeks. Last week was is it? I don't know. I'm confused. So here we are. I'm doing a stream again because I can. So I basically wanted to play with this. That's basically what I was doing. I liked the idea. I thought I'd play with the model railway. Here we go. That's basically what I felt was. I wanted to play with the model railway, and so here we go. That was it. Very little other reason apart from play model railways. So enjoy before I put Skull away and we shunt it away again for the foreseeable when it gets tucked away again. I can play my favourite game, which of course is O-Gauge uncouplings. So I hope everybody's fine, hope everybody's well. All these wonderful things. Somebody bought a Peugeot? Somebody buy a Peugeot? Don't know. Let's stick that. Oops. And now we play my favourite game of can I couple up anything to this rear coupling hook? O-Gauge, they said. It's fun, they said. It's easier to model at a large scale, they said. It's not. I don't think it is anyway. Hook that over there, like, there we go. Perfect, like that. Off it trundles. I honestly thought I had more wagons at this point. I have seen the B4 tank and I really want it. I really, really like it. How's the Rust and Wheel Pro trip going? Oh, so hello to everybody. I have not been reading things because I started wanting to shunt stuff. Hello everybody. Hope you're all well. If you have said something and I have not paid any attention to it, I do apologise. Say it again and I'll say hello. So yes. Today what Morris Ryan our hibernation. Oh, very nice. I'm supposed to twin out. I do like a moggy, as we know. Hello, James. Hello from your workshop, other James. Yes, Ben. I know the Llangollen has gone into receivership. The thing that we kind of need to remember here is, firstly, that it's now the third railway to go, and lots of people didn't kick off when North Tyneside went. I think it was North Tyneside. But also, it's just the business arm that's gone. The Heritage Trust, the charity, is still there. The big problem is the line is council owned, I think. But most Heritage Railways have this set up, that they have the Heritage Railway, as a charity, and then a business making thing, money making thing as a business. The business has gone broke. It doesn't necessarily mean it's all gone. The thing will probably carry on just in a different form. So I don't think it's too bad. I was the guy that said, "Oh, hello, Gothic Locomotive. Nice to see you." This was really cool. One of the first times I got kind of recognised in person was by Gothic Locomotive. I walked past I was going to go do some filming of the Mid-Hants Railway during their gala, and these guys walked past, and there was this kind of like, it's him. I was like, hi. There, it turns out they watched the channel, and that was kind of cool. It's nice to meet people in the wild, So yes. That's it. Climax and I'd love to drive either a Climax or a Shay. I'd really want to drive a Shay because Shays are so iconic, and we don't really have anything like that at all over here. Climaxes are kind of cool as well, but the Shay is just particularly iconic. I would love to drive a Shay. I think Shays are cool. See, the Whittington has no problems in getting this close and coupled up. It's just not a problem. This is called just wondering if you stream to get the cash for a takeaway. Well, I've already eaten, so I mean Matt ate on the way home. So yes, there we go. Am I winning? I'm possibly winning. I'm not entirely sure at this stage. I've been just relying on the, I saw Lewis. I saw the picture you put up showing that you had a chassis that was made of pure rust, and I know exactly how that feels. So yes. Theoretically, how far do you think you could push a bus? Oh, I reckon up a road. I reckon I could get it up a road. I think that would be possible. Hello, Paul. Glad you're enjoying the channel. Do I have the brake van today? No, because I have literally done nothing else apart from to muck around with the same things I had on the layout before. The only thing today is I don't have the Ginty because reasons. Instead, I have this. That's basically that. Don't have the Ginty because it's in its box over there, and I was in a rush to get this set up. So instead, we've just got this. Lawrie, how many carts and locomotives do you have? Carts? Do you mean wagons? At the moment, we've just only got one out. We are starting to do videos again, Paul. We went out today filming, which was very nice. First time for a while to actually go out and do a review. So there we go. I've decided I need a fire engine. Good choice, Stig Digs. It's a very good thing to do, having a fire engine. Very good indeed. I highly recommend it. So, hello there, J94. I enjoy making videos. Come on. I've got this at a bit more of an angle to make it look a bit different, and I didn't realise how awkward it's going to make coupling things up over here. But we can do that. Dunk. That's the most satisfying thing, when it takes up the coupling slack and it just trundles away. That makes me very happy. Well, because pushing a bus is easy. You just push it. Like, hand starting is technical. Yeah, that's very... Also, like, buses generally move on their own. Well, that's the main thing to take from this, isn't it? A bus generally will go where you want it to. How many carts? Honestly, if we're talking O gauge, there's, I don't know, 5 or 6 wagons and several engines, some of which you guys have not seen yet, some of you have. I forgot to change the points. If we're talking other stuff in double O gauge, honestly, I've lost count at this stage. I have no idea. Many. No, son, is the answer to that. There are wonderful. There's no real steam. It's all pretend steam. I may have lied. I can't remember what I said on the video description of this one. If I said it's real steam, I may have lied. And just it's pretend steam, and I'm quite content with it being pretend steam today. Go, uncouple, uncouple. Why? I'm sure there is a technique, and I'm just not able to do it. But I think this is very complex. Okay, we're gonna hook you. Come on. It's gonna be a repeat of last time of just general incompetence to try and couple something up. Come on. It's genuinely not this hard to couple up a real wagon. So why is it hard to couple it up in model form? It should be easier. It's smaller, it's lighter, and yet can't actually do it. Succeeded. I am a champion. I know what I'm doing. Oh, no. Live stream. Let me adjust that. I can click here and fix that title because I'm clever. I think I can. Live. I've typed Steam so often that it's kind of... It does stuff. Oh, accessible. Oh, God, I've got to try and think how to... And can I get to that to actually type it? Or do I just reach across and just go? I'm just going to reach across. I can do this. I can do this. I can change the title to lose the live Steam. Because I can just walk across here and press R. And now press save. And you all bought here from False Pretenses, but there's no proof because it says a live stream. There we go. So there we go. I fixed it. Nobody knows. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you've been enjoying our videos. I'm from South Africa. Come down to welcome down to our model railway. Oh, thank you very much. So yes, the Willisco roller is better than the Mammoth roller. Oh, the Willisco roller is really nice. Lawrie runs on Steam, so it's perfect. Well, you know, more or less. I really do like this layout. It's a lovely little layout. But honestly, it's one of the things I've been doing this week when I've come in from work or finished doing work. It's just been, it's out, and I've just been like, oh, I'm just going to just have a little play with it. I think it's great fun. Hello, what do you think of narrow gauge railroading? I like narrow gauge. That's about the answer to that. I like narrow gauge. I don't know if there's any more. I like to kind of really add to that. It's just narrow gauge is quite cool. I mean, why on earth would you shunt a van up here by a coal stage? I have no idea why this would happen, but today it has happened. A very strange move, but a move nonetheless. I came for SM32, yes, well, it was False Pretenses, just O gauge, shunting about. Give me your money. Well, thank you, like I'd love you to give me your money. Thank you very much. It's always nice when you do. So yes. Oh, hello from the Isle of Man. Hello, that's cool. Dave, I should be afraid to my presentation screen, but a stream from LMM. I think that's a much better idea to watch a stream. Chips were salty. Our model railway consists of steam and diesel 5. Oh, in 5-inch, 7.25. Oh, that's quite a decent sized railway at that scale. Hello, Tom. Yes, I'm doing well, thank you. Have you had to go? I've been on the footplate of an auto train, and so I've fired one of the auto-fitted panniers, 64 something, can't remember what it is. But I fired one of the panniers when it was working auto trains. And that was quite good fun. I enjoyed that. But I've never driven one. I've been in the cab of the auto trailer at Llangollen. And that was a good day. But I've never driven one, you know. I saw a photo of the Lister auto truck out the other day at the Tannock Barrier. I saw that. Can you reveal that O-gauge loco on the stream? I guess so. I could do. Probably not going to because it's all the way over there. But what's your workshop accident set fire to my workbench? Do you know what? I don't know what the worst thing we've done so far is. I don't know. Just cuts and bruises so far, I think. I mean, there's always scope for more, but so far I think just cuts and bruises and hurt pride. Hello, Chris. You bought another Peugeot 205 this morning. Nice work. That's a good thing. You know, my girlfriend asked you. Yes, we do remember the Scottish one. We do indeed. And the yes. No, I think we shall always remember the Scottish one. That is a wonderful in-joke that will always be just for us. Adam, I'm not responsible for failure in life. Yeah, probably not. You've got a 7.25-inch Lister. Is that a actual Lister, or is that something that's been built to it? Hello, what are your thoughts on nuclear image? Nuclear energy is the future. That's basically how we feel about that. There are lots of technologies for nuclear energy to make it even better, but we're not quite there yet and we don't do it, but it's pretty good. I haven't really thought about doing a HO US layout, mainly because I don't have enough space and time for 00 UK stuff, let alone anything else. Different fires in these live streams. I have done lots of fires. I mean, let's be honest. Some of the fires were intentional, you know, because we need them to be fiery for the engines to work. Some of the fires, set fire to the table, not so much. That was not so much, was it? Oh, hi, Leamington Station. That looks great. Thank you very much. I am very proud of it. I wish I could say I built it, but unfortunately I bought it from the great Colin French, who is a master of the micro layout. So I've got a cobweb on the front of it. Ugh. There's a cobweb there though. Poxy spiders. So that's good. Did that just vibrate? Oh, interesting. History book from Bits Off eBay. That's cool. When's the next Patreon podcast next out? Tuesday. Patreon podcast. If you want to be a Patreon guide, there is a podcast, and that is coming out on Tuesday. So that's pretty cool. Oh, did you make the phone go vibration? Let me just tell it to be. I thought it in the stream mode it didn't make noise, but apparently it does. Boop. There we go. That's that problem solved. You would think, wouldn't you, really, if you're going to put a phone onto stream, you would think really that it would automatically go into shutty uppy mode. But there we go. Anyway, stuff. Hi from New Zealand. Nice. We love the fact, guys, that so many of you guys are all around the world watching us. That's very strange, but also particularly awesome. Particularly awesome. The podcast is worth the Patreon. Well, thanks very much, Stuart Rush. The Russ gives more character. I mean, there is that, but it's also a pain. Well, I'm not saying anything, Charles. I've been reading email news about the Seven Valleys, send out to members, and two of those might have done an excellent job in our carriage. Oh, nice. That's cool. I've seen pictures, Tom, of the Class 69 doing its thing. I just quite like to see the old body shell being used, to be honest. It looks, well, it's re-engine, it's cool. So I think that's pretty cool. How do you pronounce Colchester and Marylebone? Marylebone? I have no idea on the second. The first one is Colchester, that's easy. Hello, Chandler. New York is normal for me. Again, still amazing you guys are watching from around the world. We think that's cool. How much do you know about steam turbine locomotives? I know a little bit about 6201, was it? The turbo motive, and that's about it. We didn't really do it over here. We experimented a couple of times. We didn't really do anything with it. So, oh, you just got the 009 lid. Very nice. I have fancied one of those. What do I think of steam tractors? Traction engines. Love traction engines. Would love to own one day. Don't know if I ever will, but I'd love to have one day. I think it'd be a wonderful thing to have. Because they are quite wonderful. Would like one. How should one prepare? Oh, yeah. Trev's the master of pronunciation, like Flexitove for somewhere else. I'll have to think on Mary Lee Bone. Yeah, that'll do. The last loco I drove was weird. Oh, wasn't it great? Did you guys enjoy that? I loved driving the little Lister. I thought that was hilariously good fun. Hello from sunny Florida. Fantastic. Anything that's big in O gauge is generally expensive, you know. The GT3 was an interesting thing, wasn't it? But that wasn't a steam turbine, was it? That was gas, I think. Was it a steam turbine? Can't remember with it now. Steam turbines were never very successful. I don't think there was ever a successful steam turbine. The cat is watching this. I'm glad your cat's a fan. I just checked in. New to the hobby, it's mostly Hornby. Hornby's a good place to start, and Hornby do a lot of good stuff. But there are plenty of other places out there that do other stuff. And I quite enjoy O gauge because it just feels significantly more substantial, and I like that with O gauge. It just feels more real. And also, I've driven a real one of these, and that makes everything better, to be honest. Yeah, GT3 gas turbine, so it's not a steam turbine. That's what I thought. It's what I thought it was. Consider making 009 now. Nice, you can do a lot with that in 009. Hello from Maryland, USA. Nice. Hello from under the layout. Oh, hi there. Do you think... I don't know. Hydrogen cars could be the future, but I believe Porsche has announced that they're making their own synthetic petrol, and that should be available from next year. And so, from that point of view, I'm just like, oh, fantastic! That solves all the problems, really, doesn't it? The mods aren't doing that. I'm explaining the things. Oh yeah. So mods, do the Discord link and do the Patreon. So guys, on Tuesday there'll be a podcast coming out with me and Trev talking about things, and we talk about what we've been getting up to car-wise. We've got a game to play where we search for a particular car, and it's a bit of fun, this one. And also some other. Trev shows me some interesting vehicles which I get very upset about. So that's something that you can do. Hi Lawrie, I'm getting to model trains. Where would I start? That's a good question. Honestly, the best thing you can do is find a model railway shop and go talk to them and see what there is you fancy. And a starter set's a good way to go, but yeah, going to your local model railway shop, if you've got a proper model shop, is probably the best way to talk to them. There are lots of people online as well that can help out with kind of what you're thinking about it. But basically, buy a set, something that you like, and make a start. My mum lives in Mulch. Hey, from USA, nice. Lawrie Goes Loco vid. Glad that you're enjoying the Lawrie Goes Loco vids. The Lister diesel is staying in the same condition. Yeah, the owner is going to keep it like that because that's how it should be. No, it's a completely synthetic. It's not based on. Well, it's actually derived from hydrogen, with carbon being added from air. It's going to be a very expensive process, but it's really cool, right? Do you want a Mer for your tractor? I would like a Mer, but I probably can't afford to buy one, Ben. So, as fun as it would be, I probably can't at the moment. Can we? Yes, well, we can. There's always biodiesel, isn't there? Yeah. So we're pretty sure Jupiter should run on chip fat. We think it should do that. Well, that would be quite hilariously good fun. So that's always the backup for dupes, is to run it on chip fat fuel, and then it will smell delicious as well, potentially. I don't really know. So yes, that's one thing. So hello from Titanabruch, I have no idea, Josh, how you pronounce where you are in Scotland. Love your channel. Oh, thank you, DJ Ryan. I missed that, but hello. God, you guys are all typing so fast, I can't keep up with any of it. How's it keeping down? Oh, hello, Daniel. Hello, Theo again. Little Britain's Wine Room is a British railway loco. Oh, I quite like the sound of that. I got a Mick from Liverpool. I don't know why the Lawrie Goes Loco videos are together. They've been brilliant. Oh, thank you very much, Rob's Trains Again. I'm glad you're enjoying them. That's all good. Hey Daniel, I'm doing good, thank you. I hope you're doing good as well. Jupiter rolling is like a chippy. Well, it'd be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, exactly. I could then put out the fire that I caused. Yeah, if Jupiter actually worked for, more than a week or so. I don't know how long it has been working for. It must be some kind of record how long it's been working for. It's certainly the longest it's been working in my ownership. Oh. Yeah. Some of these couplings just don't want to. There we go. I'm a champion of doing this. I know what I'm doing. Do a tug of war between Humpty and Atlas. That'd be good, wouldn't it? The fuel pump for Jupiter would be mega money. I hate to think what it would. It's actually, the fuel pump on Jupiter is tiny. It's the smallest lift pump you've ever seen for a huge engine. So, you burn biodiesel in your locomotives? No, fair enough. Stan Lee, what locomotives is that? Why do steam turbines not work on locomotives but work on ships? Because ships are huge and have a large supply of water nearby, basically. It doesn't work when you scale it down. Have I got an O gauge at Ruston? Sadly not. I've seen kits for them, but I haven't got one yet. We started when we partly got you a Coca-Cola Christmas set. Oh, I've seen them. They're quite good fun. The Lux van. Yeah, the Lux van appears and disappears. It's the same stuff, basically, guys. I did see the Coke set, and it looked like a really nice thing as well. Had your COVID jab? Ah, sweet. No, at least I've had a lot of people feel a bit rubbish after it, but the long-term implications are a lot better, aren't they? Yeah, I think vegetable oil, if it works and it doesn't harm the engine, then vegetable oil is a totally viable alternative. I mean, I don't see why, if it works, you'd really not use it, to be honest. If it was widely available, if it's better for the environment and super, and basically, if it means I can keep playing with my silly toys, then I'm quite happy to run them on it. Like Dukes should run on it. The tractors will run on it. I don't think I've actually got any other diesel vehicles. I'm sure I think my entirety of my diesel fleet would probably work on it. Hello from Bosnia. I've been to Bosnia. I like Bosnia. SD7, SD9s. Oh, you have proper locomotives then, Stanley. Humtee would probably run on vegetable oil. I'm pretty sure it would be. Might go visit Talaclin. Talaclin is good and worth visiting, yeah. What would win in a race? Jupiter. Oh, Jupiter I've got up to 70 before. And it would do more. The Loco does like 9. Alco Century is a 4-axle diesel electric Loco. Nice. Oh, I think injector pump, Cena pump. Some things just don't like it from what I hear. Some stuff is like, it will cope with it. And some stuff just won't run with it at all. It just won't accept it. It's generally, from what I hear, older stuff will survive. It's made by Ixion, which is an Australian company, which was really weird for them to make a British prototype. They made this and they made a Fowler diesel, like the one we got at Mid Suffolk. The reason I got it is because it's very, very similar to Wissington, which is a locomotive that I have driven at the Mid Suffolk Light Railway. I still haven't named it. There's a load of options in the kit for naming it and detailing it. I've just not done it. Yeah, I've driven this one. I've driven this one in real life. And to be fair, I fired the Ginty as well. I fired a Ginty and enjoyed it. I don't think I've driven the Ginty, but it's quite good fun. What are your thoughts on the Ruston 88 DS? I like the 88 DS, so yeah, that's about my thought on it. I quite think it. Anything to do with old tractors is pricey? Yeah, sometimes it is. It depends what they are. What do you think of the Heisler? Heislers are cool. Oh, why does it have a shelf life? Oh, is it only good for a certain amount of time? So you can't just fill up a tank and leave it. You've got to use it. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Didn't know that was a thing. No, did not. Converting your lawnmower to run on hydrogen. Ah, that's kind of cool. And you've also got a S3. So you've got a proper railway stand with proper engines. That's cool. Building a set of rails at a farm, each moving farm. Oh, that's really cool. That's a good thing to do, Twisted Minds team. I love trains, Lawrence. Cool. I like trains too. Good man. Hello from Thailand. That's cool. Again, as I have said it many, many times, love the fact that you guys are watching us from all over the world. It's just mad. Absolutely mad. If you ever come to Minnesota, I can show you my friend's quarter-mile loop with one time. Yeah, what gauge is that, Ryan? Is that standard gauge or narrow gauge or what? Some people run narrow gauge, but have the power by chip oil. Yeah, makes sense. It depends on the injectors for running on vegetable or injectors tend to have larger holes. Okay, so I suppose if you cleaned out your injectors, would they more likely work, or do they just need to be a larger bore full stop? So, see you later, Mindslayer. Geared locos are cool full stop. I give you that, yeah. Waste oil, direct injection with common. Yeah, I think that's it. I think as soon as you start moving on to common rail injection, engines don't enjoy it. So yeah. See you later, Theo. Oh, hello, Trev. Glad to see you. How long do you have some now where I can run over? Honestly, Badlands Outsider. Yes, me too. I kind of vaguely know what they are, but all I know is they're big engines, which we don't really have over here for the. Oh, we're trying to crash the big space. I'd like to get up to Finland. Matt likes Finland, so we'd like to get to Finland. I'd like to get there with the various stuff we'd like to do. So I'd like to see your videos. Oh yes, as the donating things. If you do fancy donating and helping us out, which we really, really do appreciate because you guys are wonderful and it makes a huge difference to us, and you don't want YouTube to take 30% of your hard-earned money and would like it all to go to us, then there is the PayPal link there, where you can also write on it what you'd like us to spend it on. If you just want to donate to the channel on the happiness and us chilling out, then that's awesome. But if you want it to go towards a particular project, for instance, trying to raise the, only theoretically £9,000 at the moment required to get the Ruston's wheels turned and tired, and so the Ruston can go back into traffic, that's cool. Or if you want to see it go towards getting Jupiter pumping water, let us know. And if you do donate over £10, I have many photos now coming in the post to send off to all you wonderful people to say thank you very, very much, because you guys are awesome. How fun was it to drive the shed engine? Hilariously good fun. It was great. Do I have opinions on American engines? They're American. Generally, they look a lot more utilitarian and a lot stronger than the stuff we have in the UK. Generally speaking. That's basically, I think our stuff looks better. I think your stuff looks like it's quite powerful. Finland has some fun cars to purchase. Yes, I know, and I want to go do it, so we'll go do that. See you later, Joe 94. Get to the PayPal thing. That would be very nice. I've been to Festiniog many, many times. I do like Festiniog. Malays are cool. Malays are really cool. Anything that's kind of... We didn't, apart from the Garretts, we didn't really do anything here kind of towards articulation because we didn't really ever need it. So they're all kind of something I find very exciting because we, didn't get them. So, they're very good. Yeah, I know, historic. Although one of our Discord members has got a possible plan B, which would be a lot cheaper. So hopefully we can do that, in which case we'd be getting a long way towards it. A couple of short lines in the USA. If anyone wants to chat, I'm on Kick. I don't even know what that is, Stanley. They're cool. Trains of tyres, yeah, they're metal wheels, and then they've got a metal band around that wheel. So as that wears, and the profile wears, because you have a flange shape on it, you can turn that. And the idea of having the tyre is, once you've used it, you replace the tyre, rather than having to replace the whole wheel. If you had two... I could have one steam and one diesel, what would you have? I'd have a Ruston 48, and I'd have Bromcliffe, which is Hudswell Clark, I think? Can't remember what it is now, but it's currently at Stockfold is GP39. Again, guys, if I am missing any of the comments that you're doing, they're coming in so fast I can't read them all. So if I miss it, just reply and again, I'll do it again. I don't think the TK3 was ever operational at Epinonga. There was one steamed in a yard somewhere, which then went back to Finland, and there's one in bits at Bressingham, I think. What are you doing with that laser? It's not a laser, it's an uncoupler. It's allowed me, because these are on, you can probably just about see there, they're on chain couplings, so I need the uncoupling hook to be able to uncouple the locomotive. Wait, don't be stupid. Wait. Thank you. Are you still there? Would you ever get a defeat up? Probably not a split screen because they're so expensive. They're really cool, but they're not. Oh, Scott, I need to get a real tractor. John Deere. Actually, funnily enough, I was talking to somebody about buying one the other day. If I was going to get a Deere, you have to tell me what they are, Scott, because I don't know the model number because I'm not that good on them. But I'd like to get one of the three-wheel ones because I just think they're just wonderfully. They're very kind of skeletal looking three-wheelers. I think they're great. Thank you, Lawrence. I'm glad you like the train. Hello, Professor. I'm doing fine, thank you. See, I think, Tom, that the short lines are still. That's not really something we do in the UK because, comparatively to you guys, everything would be a short railroad. Oh, did they show you? Oh, because I guess they've got a couple transmission, didn't they? So I suppose not. Hello, Susan. Dubbig? There we go. It's a lightsaber, yes. It is indeed. No, I'm not going to. So, I would definitely get myself a John Deere if the option was there, but there aren't three wheels. There were John Deeres that had three wheels. There were John Deeres that also had like two wide and two very narrow, but I'm sure those are three-wheel ones. I've seen them. If I was going to buy another tractor, get a tractor, you must get a traction engine. Well, buying another tractor would be a lot cheaper than buying a traction engine, which are just horrendously expensive. I thought there was an actual three-wheel version. I know there's the two which are very close, but I'm sure there was a three-wheeled one. Am I wrong? I'm sure there was one. Similar layout to yours, Lawrie, no gauge. Duramac and NEO. Yes, the Ruston 48. I've got one. It's super. The little Barclay that Rails of Sheffield do is also very good. So I'd recommend both of them. Morris Miners are really cool, Tim. I have wanted one for ages, and I just want to get mine done. Oh, they're doing the B4 in O gauge. Are they, Ben? Because if they're doing it in O gauge, I'm going to have for one. Because I've been very tempted to get one in double O, because I really like them. But if they're doing one in O, I'll have to get one. Because it will look super there. I do not have the space to make a large layout for my O gauge. I mean, I'd love to do it, but realistically do not have the space for it. Thoughts on the Hall class at the battlefield now? I do like a Hall. I know they do. There was the 4-wheel John Deere that had 2 at close, but I was sure there was one that sat like on a front wheel, on a single front wheel. I'm sure I'm right on that. Oh, traction engine is also traction engine is just, it's not just buying one, it's maintaining it. As you say, you've got boiler inspections, and the fact that with my tractors, particularly with the 35, when anything goes wrong, I just go to the shops and buy a new part because they literally halve the parts of the 35. If you have a steam engine, you've got to have it made. Buy a JCB to compare it with Viking. I would like an old JCB. I do like them. How much space do you have left in the shed? Stuff. There's room for something if I really want to do. Sup, no, the model lorry I got off the eBays. There you go, thank you, Scott. Yeah, there are ones which are 3-wheeler. I knew there were 3-wheeler ones, and then you had the ones with the twin front narrows. See, I knew that I was right. I knew I'd seen them. Thank you for backing me up there, Scott. Hello, Jude. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Thank you very much. Q2 2020, says Smith. Oh, I'm so going to get one. I'm so going to. Yes, PH Railway videos. I've actually been asked to take it to a model railway exhibition, so hopefully that's going to happen this year. If model railway shows happen this year, but hopefully, and if it does happen, I'll be letting you guys know because that will be something that happens. So you can come along and say hi, Sea Skull. And hopefully see me. So yes, they're short. They're illegal in most places. Well, they're not illegal over here, but they're not unstable or anything. You're not going fast enough to turn them round. Do you have any Stobots models? No, I don't. I don't have them at all. Believe me, do we? Oh, really? That's really cool. It's like a bit of standard kit. We've got 3-wheel tracks and stuff. There we go. Go before we answer. Have you ever thought asking the chapter in the shed for put her head? I have mentioned it, and the answer was not around the shed. They did jokingly once say on one of the fields that you've occasionally see us drive on. They have jokingly said I could do it there. I think it's probably a no though. At some point, I'd love to get some land and have a railway. Wouldn't it easy to operate though if converted to KD scale? Yeah, but then they would look terrible. It would look, having Buckeyes on a steam engine would just look absolutely terrible. Live shows won't be happening until 2024. Yeah, tell me about. What are your thoughts at the battlefield? I like the Hall. I just like to see engines at the battlefield as well because it's been, yeah. The trouble trends have a bad habit of running over on slopes. Yeah, if you get the angle wrong, I guess they will. But on being on the road and kind of actually driving them around, they're not really that likely to do anything bad. Let's be honest. It's not going to happen, is it? Stair style replace. Did you come to the tram line that? Yeah. Lawrence Rail Channel, actually the Middleton Railway, where I drove Courage, that had a tramway running next door to the line there. So yeah, it did happen. Is this the tractor I'm looking for? Don't know. It's a dream, but it's a dream for a reason. Oh yeah. Did McCormick and Case make them as well? Well, fair enough. What did railways build crane snatch locomotives for? Generally for moving stuff, just a mobile crane. I wouldn't buy the MSLR. What is the best locomotive I've driven? Probably the Austerity in Belgium. That engine was absolutely perfect. It was. Chris has done such an incredible job of looking after that. I spoke to him between the first and second lockdown in the UK. I think that was when I spoke to him about it and he was doing various jobs. And I was like, why are you doing these jobs? They're like overhaul jobs. And he went, no, we're doing them now so they don't become a problem. But his engine is absolutely superb. I would love to do a review of 1366. It's one of my. Is it 1366? 1369? I genuinely can't remember. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Where's the moose? There's the moose. A 1369. Yeah, it's 1366 last and 69. It's my favourite pannier. In fact, it's one of my favourite small engines. I would love to do it. If anybody could ever get me in at the South of Devon to do 1369, I would love them forever. Because I think it's fantastic. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful piece of kit. So, yeah. We think it's gorgeous. Littleton Railway had tram, but yes, it did, which is very sad. I've never been to the Minchel Wonderland. No, I haven't done that. Oh, Dolgok is lovely, and I love driving it, and as a machine to drive, it was wonderful, and I really did enjoy it. But in terms of what gave me the best experience of being a locomotive, that austerity is basically new. Dolgok is basically out of time all the time unless it's in full forward. But the austerity was I love austerity as well. It was just bang on. Do you prefer I prefer standard gauge given the choice, but I think it depends a lot on the railway itself. In Belgium, they don't really seem to do their 10-year overhaul. In the UK, we have 10-year and you go from overhaul. In Belgium, it doesn't really work like that. You just have inspections until it basically fails an inspection, then it has to have work. So, particularly the owner of that one, he treats it a lot better. So, So, yeah. I have heard of the Abbey Light Railway, I loved driving the shed loco. The Lister was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I really, really, really enjoyed it. We thought you was great. I should put this up. Well, when DePaul open up again, remember guys, we do have our 00 gauge wagon, the LMM wagon. I can't even see that to try and cover that. How on earth am I meant to do that? So when DePaul open up again, then hopefully we'll be able to do a nice big order and you guys will be able to get yourself an LMM wagon in 00 gauge. But they do one in O gauge that you can make commissions of. And so I am very tempted to order a O gauge one. And we'll get some O gauge LMM wagons made up because I think that'd be very cool, Why shouldn't anything... I'd missed that sound. I've never owned a boat full stop. I really want a field marshal. I think they're great. They sound brilliant, Ben. No, Sean, there's nothing. I wouldn't consider getting anything too small. Like, I wouldn't really get anything under 2 foot. My favourite train of all time. I guess the Golden Arrow, just because there was so much grandeur associated with it. Actually, no, it's the Orient Express, I think. I've never been on it, but just because everyone knows of the Orient Express, it's probably my favourite train. Do you have any other stock for the O gauge? I do, but none of it's accessible. I've just left out what I've been playing with again. 2 random something 3. Yes, it was a shed load of fun. I see what you did there. People are arguing that it's just modelling railroads during the war. It's modelling, right? As long as it's not kind of being offensive, I don't really see the issue with it. I don't know the model, so I can't get involved, but generally it kind of looks at the thing of it happened, so as long as you're not glorifying it, it doesn't really matter. The Lux fan does not want to shunt. Drive on before everything shut. Oh, well, I would like to come and do it, when things, if it opens up again, if things... Plymouth 10-ton diesel hydraulic. Well, nice. But did you buy those black panels? Were they printed? What black panels? Those panels? Those ones there? The questions aren't annoying at all, guys. That's the whole reason for doing a live stream, is to interact and talk to you guys and answer your questions, chat to you. That's why we do it. So yeah, My nana has an old Fiat. She uses lots more. I like Fiat. Rustin, a V2 double-headed train would be excited to see. Oh, the poor Rustin just being shoved along by an angry V2, yeah. I have a mounted steam engine, it does not move along its own power. What do I do? It depends which one it is, Lewis. Was the Golden Arrow a boat train? Yeah, it did. It went down, didn't it? It was took the train down to wherever. Project a DAF fire engine with a jet. Should go around. Oh, nice one. I like trains. That's always good. Does it say Lux both sides? Yes, it does. What do you think of Lionel? Well, we don't have Lionel over here, so I don't really have any thoughts on it apart from it's American. But it's Lionel aren't a company that we've ever got over here. You know, we've never really dealt with them over here, so I don't really have anything to say on the matter. I can't. I've never used them. Never had a chance to use them. Can't tell you any more about them, really. I've got a double gauge train based on the double gauge train set based on the TV program Blue Peter. Really? I know there's an A2 called Blue Peter, but I don't know anything based on the TV show. Since my friend Raviostin to make what do you make in the day? I don't think I'll be getting anything new that's HO. I mean, I don't generally buy new model railway stuff full stop because I can't afford it. Like, you compare the price of a model railway locomotive to, say, I don't know, buying something for one of my actual cars. But, you know, no, Abbey Light Railway disappeared. A boat train is a boat that's fitted to take railway wagons or railway coaches. So you would take the train down, shunt the train onto the boat, then the boat would leave, and then a locomotive would collect the train the other end and pull it around, basically. One Britannia did it, the Iron Duke. Was the only one that did it? Can I do an no-gauge reveal on the stream? I could do, but everything's in the box and hidden away, so it would mean that I disappear for like 5-10 minutes, and by the time I've done that, I might as well just end it, you know. We'll do it. Is it true that most British trains don't have brakes on them, apart from handbrakes, well into the 70s? Yeah, basically. Brake vans stopped in the middle of the 70s when we had continuous fitted trains. Continuous brake, I wouldn't say most trains in the 70s. Still some. They disappeared by the 70s. But certainly throughout the 50s we still had unfitted trains. There were still unfitted trains. We had a lot of through piped wagons, I guess. But yeah, we still did have unbraked wagons a long time. So yeah, that's just how it was. Oh, hello, Classic Britain. I've never really done anything with Lionel, so I haven't got a price on it really. Did William Shakespeare do it as well? I don't know. Didn't all locos go to Stratford? What? Don't know. I was going to say, James, I was like, I didn't know if they did a Blue Peter set. I was like, is this a special set to do the TV thing? My favourite thing with Blue Peter, the TV series, is whenever they have featured Blue Peter the locomotive, and the presenters are just so overly confused by it. They just have absolutely no concept of what it is. It's just makes for quite amusing viewing. There we go. Yeah. Go and try and make Tinker's Park this year. Friends of mine have been there. A bus is there. Oh, that's cool. We should be at Tinker's this year. If it all goes ahead, I'll at least be down there, so... There's still brake wagons in service today. What, brake vans? Yes, there still are brake vans used. When did brake vans disappear then? I thought it was early 80s. Should I give it a lot of steam oil? Which steam engine is it? That's the question again. I may have missed that, Lewis. I didn't say. It may just need steam oil. It may just need a run, or it may need replacing. No, our goods trains were much bigger than that. It was just, I guess it was sheer weight of it. The unbraked trains were generally restricted and went a lot slower, but we had a lot more than 20 wagons in them, though, don't you? Yes, it is a gauge. Yes, it's a Gauge Master Combi. That's what I'm using on this layout. Blue P did used to have its own layout. It had a couple of variations in it. That's what I thought you were talking about. It's like you've got the Blue Predator layout. I was very confused. Because it needed both sides. I have never been to the Cosworth Air Show, no. Mid-90s? No. I did look at it the other day and was amazed at how late it was, and then, yeah, forgot about it, you know. See you later, James. Do a burnout. It won't do a burnout. It will just zoom off. I fitted trains into 1990s. That's mad. I didn't realise it was that long. Bunk. You can't do it now. You can't do unfitted on the network anymore. I know that much. Oh yeah, I've seen the thing of the American. Well, yeah, Americans, you just the whole point of a railroad is different out in America. See, I call it a railroad. Whole idea is you're moving goods vast distances, whereas we just don't do it in the UK. It's all basically just shunting stuff back and forth. Come on. Oh. Doing this at an angle is actually a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I swear, guys, for those of you who have coupled up locomotives and wagons in real life, can all confirm that this is actually harder coupling up a model wagon than it is coupling up a real one. Get on there, you. Get on. Yep, there we go. Near enough. That's on. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jerry. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. We do appreciate it. You guys are lovely. In 92 Class 7 rates were gone a year or so before. Okay. Hello, Fizzy Fogs. Engineers vacuum brakes working still. Yes, but vacuum brakes is different to being unbraked though, isn't it? No, come on. Vacuum brakes are good. I like vacuum. C19s, oh, they're quite big things, aren't they? I quite like them. The fanciest oil dropper I've seen in your life. What, this thing? This is an uncoupler. It's not an oil dropper, it uncouples. It's very good. I probably did see your comment, miss your comment, Brandon, about maximising stock. I have not. I've been kind of driving trains and forgetting what's going on, you know. The MRS1, if it doesn't move on its own, it probably just needs a good oil up everywhere else. If you're not using steam oil in the cylinder will probably need replacing. It probably. Steam could have lasted longer than 1968, yes, because we had brand new steam engines. But steam was outdated by that point. I have seen the flask go through. The flasks, when I've seen it, doesn't have a brake van on it. I got photos of that as well, showing that it was without the brake van. It just has a pair of locos on each end. Fair enough. Coupling up 5 and 2 to do a race car being that hall just the vacuum brakes are on the same side. Ah, it's fine. No problem. I can't see any problem with that, brand. Do I know of any O-gauge Andrew Barclays in 20? I'm sure somebody does an O-gauge Barclay as a kit. They must do, because they're popular. Do I have a favourite US railroad? I really like the Durango and Silverton. I've been there and I just love the scenery, and it's just one of those iconic railroads I always wanted to do. Hello, Doctor something from the USO. I didn't see it disappear. Doctor Mayata. Oh yeah, the new Hornby thing doesn't couple at all, does it? Because it's a different coupling, isn't it? Which I'm really upset about because I wanted to have the generic coupling so you could couple it to a Mark One. What's the biggest train I've driven? I drove a 282 out on the main line once. Well, actually, many times. But that was a big engine. Been shooting with Jeremy Clarkson a few times before. Any ship back from the dead, what would it be? Don't really know anything about boats. Painting the other side different livery. Yeah, I could do that. But I probably won't. I just quite enjoy it. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, when did the last steam crane disappear? Because the last steam crane went terribly late, didn't it? And technically, steam didn't end on BR, did it? In '68, did it? Because BR owned the Vale of Rydal, and continued operating on the Vale of Rydal. So technically, it kept going. Hello, Fraser. We're doing well. Wait. If you look globally, only lasts when there's a reason for it. They're basically slightly some kind of diesel love traction. Well, if you've got the fuel source there, they're still way more less economic because of the maintenance required. It's not cheap running steam. Like if you literally digging the fuel out of the ground, sure. So on your overheads it won't be too bad, but you've still got the overhauls and the fact that a steam engine will just break is what they do. Steam engines. There is one way to make money out of a steam engine, and that's you start with a large pile of money. That's how you make a small fortune out of a steam engine. Start with a large fortune. So, I missed that comment about something. New steamboat series. I'd like to go do some stuff with boats. I'd like steamboats, and I think they're cool. I'd like to do some filming with them. See you later, J4V. We'll probably do LMM drives with some boats at some point. Flying kind of relies on somebody who wanted to take us flying, which is quite a big thing. I mean, steam boilers stayed around for a while, yeah, for steam heating. I grew up with one John Deere's with single front linkage car faces. There are some Lawrie. We do have some Lawrie content lined up. The lorries will happen eventually. I mean, it was originally Lorries was an idea for John JM's channel. We were going to do I was going to do like lorry reviews for him, and then that just never happened. But that was originally the idea. Once upon a time. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah. There we go. That's coupled up. No, not yet. Triumphant Lawrie, someone can get the steam out there. I have been to the US and filmed out there, and hopefully we'll be going back again soon. No news on Sir William yet. I've got a trunk of O gauge and I have the space of the funds to do anything with it. Oh right, what have we got to sell out on the roof? Man the lifeboats if Lawrie had the control of the boat. Oh, it'd be quite good. Yeah, I can drive lorries and things, A steamboat would be really good fun. What time are we ending? I don't know yet. Probably about 10ish. Probably. It won't be a particularly long one tonight, because I've had a long day out filming, doing stuff, and watching market. They should. If I have a magnetic link on the coupling, though, it means it will be more difficult to get it off. I suppose it might work. My double O gauge, I use coupling stick with bent wire and square root symbol. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Backboot 9F and several Hornby 040s. The Hornby 040s are all made up, basically. That's the way to go with this. They're all nothing. No, we're actually not going to do this. We're going to stick you both over. That's what I want to do. No, we will go back there. The Hornby Autofurrows are all based on something, but they're based loosely to stretch on that strategy. So yes, they're not scale models, unless it's the Peckett, in which case the Peckett and the Ruston are. The Pug is loosely based on something, but I think oversized. The D tank is based on something, but very loosely, and the Holden tank is again loosely based. So yeah. Based on what you have in your shed, how close are you becoming the UK's version JLO? Several £1,000,000 away. That's what we are. We got some traction engines lined up, hopefully, Scott, in the new year. In the new year? No, this year, when things get better. So yes. When it's reversed, you go down well clear of the buffers. Yes. Actually, you're right, I do need to shove. Otherwise, we're not going to do that, are we? Bonk. Thank you. Much better. Thank you. Off we go. Alright, look at the comments. The Peckett, yeah, the Peckett's lovely. I haven't even got mine out of the box yet, but I recommend it. Yeah, you can't really preserve ships, can you? Because what do you do with them? They always need work. It's a Mammoth, yeah, the Mammoth roller. As I said, Lewis, you'll want to give it all an oil up everywhere, and then some steam oil along the side of the cylinder and in the cylinder. If that doesn't fix it, you probably need a new cylinder. They will go. Captain Clark, how's life? Pretty good, thank you. The Pug is the airfix when I bought it. Not that Pug. I'm thinking of the bigger overall. The little Pug's actually not a bad model. Thinking of the LMS Pug, not the LMS Pug, the W Pug as they call it. Is that what they call it? The big one, the starter one, the Smoky Joe. That's what I was thinking of. It's just Hollywood Steam Rally Country this year. Have you visited? No, I don't think I have. I don't think Hollywell. No, most things are cancelled, aren't they? Traction engines are steam trains on the road. No, Scott, they're very different. Steam locomotive and a traction engine are totally different beasties. Totally different beasties. How would you like to run your 40 hour in Minnesota? I think that would be hilariously good fun. I think that'd be great fun. I'd love to take my 48 to America and trundle around. I think it'd be hilarious. I don't think I can though, because it doesn't have suitable brakes. I think you need 3 brakes on a locomotive in America, and mine's only got 2. One of those 2 is slamming it into reverse. See you later, Button. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Run an E2. I don't have an E2. I want to see Elements do lemons and go to 24 hours. See, we really like the idea of doing 24 hours of lemons. We want to enter it one year. That's a big goal for us. We want to do 24 hours of lemons. We also really want to do lemons again. Like, we've really looked forward to going out and doing that. In Wolseley Force. Oh, yeah, Wolseley cars are really cool. Yeah, that's very cool. Texas is having bad leakages at the moment. Oh, USS. I thought it was Texas State. I was like, how is the state leaking? Yeah, it's not far removed. It's toyified. Yeah, it's all of the 3. Okay, there is the freelance 040, which was the 040 Thomas, which is based on nothing. That's just horrendous. But the other 3, the Holden tank, the D tank, and the Scottish Pug, are all based on things. They're just not quite right. So yeah, that's what it is. Lemons is our cheap car challenge. Have you ever had car versus tree? Not as an official event, no. I just moved to bed. Can I get some Element ASMR? You are feeling sleepy, so very sleepy. There you go. That's that. That's that done. If I thought everything was kind of, if you're connected to the main, then yes, I suppose if you're not connected, you can make your own rules. That makes sense. To be fair, you should get a black Cav lemons. They're not expensive. So yeah, Damn, the new Heritage Railway looks amazing. Which Heritage Railway? Okay, off we go. What America? I can never remember what it is. What are the engines they run on the Cumbricks and Cumbras and Totec Railway, or the Durango and Silverton? Well, they're my favourite by a long way. Oh, they asked for it. I can't mute you when you do it on the live stream. Perfect. So I can keep doing that. So yes, I can do it again. People are enjoying it. I'll do it. Not too small. Yes, we'll do that on the Discord. Oh yeah, because coming up next week on the Discord for patrons will be a Q&A session for the patrons only. Well, not Q&A session, kind of like a get together and have a chat with each other. That's what will be going on then. So it'll be quite good fun, really. So yeah. Yes, exactly, Charles. Done. You'll get kicked. I didn't mean to kick you, but I can do it. They're not all regauged. There's they're K30 somethings. The 38 is the regauge one, and the 37s were built like it. And the 38s aren't very reliable. I can't remember which way they are. There's three classes they use. One of them are regauge, standard gauge. The other ones aren't, and I can't remember what on earth they are. Charles, I've seen you. I'm like twice your height. Steam or steam? Steam. Definitely steam. 37s are the regauges, 38s are the build 330. Thank you, Chandler. I knew there was something there somewhere about it, but I couldn't quite remember what it was. Hello, Insane Edward. Multiple couple is not common. No, we don't really do it. Mostly because everything's small. Oops. The 20s do it because, honestly, one of the main reasons they do it at 20s is because it gives you a cab at each end, and modern drivers don't like looking down a bonnet and not being able to see what's going on. That's the main reason for running 20s spares. Generally speaking, we don't double head. Occasionally we have 86s, electric units coupled together, but generally speaking, no. We don't really do it. Again, we don't really have the need. Most of our yards are big enough to take a train with one locomotive can pull. Any more of that we didn't. If you could, what standard gauge US locomotive would you drive? The big boy, obviously. I would do the big boy just because you could always be like, I've driven the big boy. Your argument is invalid. You know. What's the worst accident you've had with anything? Probably the 2. In fact, certainly the 2. Couldn't. And you're running my Ruston. Nice! Thought of doing the scrap channel with old cars and modifying. Kind of. But to do that kind of stuff, it's a lot of work and a lot of effort. And so we could kind of like do a scrappage challenge kind of thing. But it would basically stop everything else that we do on the channel whilst we do that. Not to mention the fact that it would need money and time and effort. It would need money and time and effort to do that in the first place. So, yeah, that's the answer to that. General Electric 80 ton. They're very strange, those centre cab things that you guys have. We don't really do centre cabs over here. K27s, 336s, and K37s. Ah, there we go. That's not bad. That's what they are. Have you ever run train distributed power? Nope, that's not something I think we do over here. What era is your little that was set on? So there's a flowed. It's basically meant to be based. The real railway that it's based on closed, and this is a imagination of what would happen if it had continued. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, so that's the thought with it. So it's a continuation. So it's kind of depicted how it would have been. I run it as it would have been in like the very early 50s, very late 40s. So just as BR is taken over. So there's an industrial tank that kind of does it, and occasionally you get the Ginty coming up the line. that's kind of what I run it as. But basically, it's just a little typical branch line at the end of a line somewhere. And so when the line opened, it was a kind of turn the century line, whereas now it's just a kind of whatever. Watched Lemons for the third time. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We've got more coming up, so we're looking forward to doing the next one. So they were short, dropped to the council elevators. You could still see over the height. That's weird. But anything like super big of the American. I was watching this on the stream and stopped it far too late. So anything that's articulated in American, because they're cool. The layout's called Skull because that's what it's based on. It's called Skull because that's the place which is actually not that far from me or the MIDI. The main reason I bought this from a friend of mine, who's a driver at the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway, was because it just looks like the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway. It's very MIDI-ish in the platform and everything. I just liked it, so that's what I wanted. Nuclear power on steam locomotives doesn't really work, and you'd never really use nuclear power for a steam engine. It's just a waste. You just create electricity. What's the next vehicle you think you'll actually buy? You're gonna love it. There's a plan afoot. I love it anyway. So yeah. Ever considered reviewing miniature steam engine generators? I don't think I'd review a miniature steam engine generator. I don't think there's enough there to do a video with. Do you know the sitting the little sheepies? I do like the sheepies. Have you also seen the seagull? Oh, you can't see the seagull there. There is the other seagull sat just there. And I like that. That makes me happy. Hello from Scottish Steam Productions. Hello, Scottish Steam Productions. What kind of locomotive wheel arrangement? I like Prairies. Prairies are possibly my favourite wheel arrangement on locomotives. I have seen Sir Berkeley. Yeah, I've seen it several times. And it's what are we donating towards this time? Whatever you fancy. Basically, if you want to donate, you can use the PayPal where you can put a comment and let us know exactly what you'd like that money to go towards, and then it will be chucked into a fund and sit there. And then it will sit there and wait until we use it on the project. How long did it take to drive Red Reef home? It was 9 hours. It was 9 hours of driving. Norwegians, the Swedes use overhead. They did. There was one used, and we've debated this many times, haven't we, on the streams. I don't think the overhead was ever used. I think the overhead was used as a booster. I don't think it ever actually ran it because it takes too much energy to actually do it. It just doesn't work. Street running. It used to. It doesn't happen anymore. Can't think of any places. Can anyone think of any cases? I mean, there was recently, a couple of years ago, East Lancs Railway sent a steam engine to help do works trains on the tramway, so that was kind of street running. But basically, I don't think we've got any street running left in the UK anymore. I am thinking of a tow truck, or more important, like a flatbed, is my next big thing I'd like to buy. Small seagulls get your stamp approval. They're great, aren't they? Mikado tanks. Yeah, we had the P2. They were 282s as well. What did we have? There was 282s. The P1s were as well, obviously. Don't think we did any others. I don't think. The Garrett on the LNER as well. That was that 280 or was that 282? I can't remember. That was 280, I think. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Let me know, guys, if I've missed out any other 282s. Alex, calling early night at school tomorrow. It's your GCS year. Good luck. Good luck with that. Any tips for a guy getting back into driving after one time not driving? Take it easy. That's the thing, I think. Take it easy. Have I ever ran scheduled services? I don't know. Well, I do drive on Heritage Railways, like volunteer frequently, and so they are, scheduled. Yeah, we depart at a certain time, we come back. So yes. East Lancs sent. They sent. They sent Jennifer. Was it not Jennifer? Oh, Pox. What's the Poxy? Gotham. It was Gothenburg they sent, and they sent the austerity down. So yeah. Did isn't it amazing how reliable Red Roof was? But you, yeah, tell me about it. Hopefully, Dupes has now kind of got rid of the problems it had, and hopefully, it was also just one trip that it did, and it did get there. I'm hoping Dupes will kind of do it. Did you know? I do know that you did used to do a Hunter Lake. The Hush Hush wasn't a Hudson. I don't think the Hush Hush was an LNER loco. Did Hudson build the parts of it? I don't know. I don't know who built it. It was a water cooled boiler, a water tube boiler. Very different. What's your favourite steam locomotive with external valve gear? Green Arrow. I have no idea where Mikado came from. I did see pictures of the prototype Class 69. They look good, don't they? I like the old things. Why did it take 9 hours to get Red Roof home? Because it's a poxy long way. That's why. I have no idea what LOX stands for on the van. It's just what it is. Yes, that was the LMS Garrett's, but the LNER had one. I can't remember if it's a 280 or a 282. The LNER one was a once-off and bigger. Oh, it'd be good to get back to the Isle of Wight. I do like the Isle of Wight. Dupes will probably be okay now, hopefully, who knows. Would you know anyone out there would have a steam tram for sale? Cause no, nothing like Toby survives. They've all been scrapped. So, nope. What's the longest road run on one of your tractors you ever imagined? Like a couple of mile round trip up the road and back. Haven't gone very far on them at all. That's fair enough. What occasional look up the SD40 25 minutes. Something about this, just a long platform. That's weird. Hey Lawrie, I hope you're having a good day. Unannounced. No, this is the regular stream. Last week there wasn't anything, so this week there's a stream. That's basically how it's been working. I don't think, as Fury exploded, I don't think anybody would do a replica of it. Now Doncaster Museum on loan has returned. Yes, it's there for a bit, isn't it? And then hopefully they're going to do it. So Mikados were named after the Japanese emperor. Nice. Oh, designed by the Japanese. I see. Have you heard about Waverley? Waverley has just not had luck recently, had it? Oh, was it 280? Yeah, I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember if it was 280 Trailer Award. Hey Lawrie, in regards to a project you said yes to, would you like me to send you a script for your parts? A script for my parts? Sure, why not? The Eleanor go to Woodhead, yes, which was then but it wasn't a huge success, I don't think, was it? It's the most powerful engine that ran in the UK, I believe, the LNER one. Yeah, but when Fury blew a boiler tube, it blew up the entire thing. And yeah, I think everybody hopes Green Arrow will turn to steam. I think that's just basically every railway enthusiast in the UK wants them both. Not for much longer. The Isle of Wight's getting rid of them, aren't they? The tubes are now... Well, tube trains are now disappearing, aren't they? Or they have done their last services. Which is a shame, because I always quite liked the tube service that ran on there. And then you could get a ticket to ride, and then you could get on the train and be like, I've got a ticket to ride. I've got a ticket to ride. I've got a ticket to ride. And she don't get, and then you get kicked off the train. I think that's how it worked. If you could own any vehicle now, what would it be? Probably an Andrew Buckley 040. I'd like one. Been to the Science Museum in Manchester? No, I've not done it. They've got some good stuff up there, though. You seriously have me tempted to drag the Sherman on a low loader I built super detailed, finding some way to give it to you. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Yes. It's only 3 years it's there, and then there's rumours that it's going to be done. They're already gone. Yeah, I knew the last train ran a while ago, but then the last train ran, and then the new train wasn't ready, so it came out again, didn't it? The tube came out again, I think. I'm getting destocked. Yeah. And they had to have gas mask and tunnel to that in the Woodhead's got the tunnel, hasn't it? Yes. So yes, a couple have been preserved. Yes, one's on the other way. One the other is hopefully I think going to Epinonga. I think the Sandy River and the Ruby 2-foot gauge railroad. I don't think I know which one that is. The Sandy River. I don't think I know that at all. Considering how people was how quite a lot. I think the new body for Waveney. Yes, I have seen some Chinese narrow gauge. I've been out there and seen it. I've ridden on it. It was quite good fun. When do you think Red Ruth will emerge from the shed again? Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I've seen the big boy in Denver. I saw that one in the museum. Dapol are still closed, Callum. So when they open up, we'll do something with it. But for the time being, can't do anything with it because they ain't open. And if they ain't open, can't do nothing with it, you see? I won't fit that on the train. ASMR and Lawrie. I have actually recorded a ASMR video. And I don't know whether or not it will actually release it, if you guys will want to hear it or not. But I have actually filmed it. It is a thing. So I don't know if it will go out on the main channel or if we'll make it something just for the Patreons. But it does exist. It is a thing. We have done we did do a thing. So something for either Patreons to look forward to or everyone to look for. I don't know if you want to hear it on the main channel or not, Would you ever consider driving an American 4x0? Oh, yes, I'd love to. I think... I don't think it will work in the UK. I don't think it would... I don't... Probably fit within a loading gauge, but... how do you think the idea of the Abraham Lincoln funeral car? I don't think anybody particularly... I don't think anybody would care, honestly, about it. I mean, I think people would probably be interested in seeing an American 4x0 if it fitted, but I don't think anybody would care about the funeral car. I don't play any of the train sims, no. Sean, that was the reason, but the NRM recently said it was under consideration for overhaul, which is the closest they've been for years on it. So, do you reckon we'll be seeing disused railways reopening? Some, but most of the disused railways that kind of had any purpose to them have been kind of turned into heritage railways. What's your opinion on the A4s? Oh, I do like A4s, but there are things that I like most. If somebody can get us into the East Lancs, I would love to do something at the East Lancs, Boop. It's there. So, yeah. It's been a while since Sheffield it's yes, but because it's the central cinder, it's a monoblock, so that means you need to redo the smoke box saddle, and the middle cylinder, and all are the front two cylinders part of the monoblock as well? I can't remember the outside ones. I honestly can't remember, but it's a huge bit at the front end. They're going to use the tool and made. I mean, you can remake make new castings. Yeah, it's not a problem. You can use the technique and use polystyrene castings. That's not a huge thing. It's just it's a big bit of the original engine, and kind of the later V2s weren't built with a monoblock. They were built with components that could be taken apart, and that's part of Green Arrow and part of its heritage. The fact he has a monoblock, But it's one of those things that break. It has cracked, so maybe they'll do it. 440s are complicated. Nah, they're not that complicated. They'll probably just go, surely. How is the new whip, and have you been enjoying it more now? It is a phenomenally useful thing. However, I have absolutely no love for it. I think it's the answer. I like driving it around. It's a good thing to drive. Me and Matt were in it today for filming, and yeah, it does what it needs to do very, very well. But I don't have any desire to kind of preserve it. Would you say the Hush Hush is Hudson Loki if you looked at the wheel arrangement? No. Put a plaster on it. What's your favourite industrial locomotive builder? Oh, it's Barclay. Love Barclay. Oh, yeah, because a couple of QJs got taken over to the States, didn't they? I have no idea of Thunderchild. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Hat. Yeah, but Green Arrow, yeah, it's preservation, isn't it? Do you keep it original or do you modify it? That's a bit the problem, isn't it? No, the LNER wasn't the Hush. Wasn't the Hush Hush wasn't a basis prototype for the A4. They already existed. It was just It was just it was an experiment, and it had the same castings, the same kind of cladding to keep it. No, it didn't. The Hush Hush, when it was built, had a totally different shape, a very unique shape as the W1, with the water tube boiler. It looked horrendous. It looks like it's bulging over the side. It was then rebuilt to look like an A4, although it kept its wheel arrangement. I would love a mechanical horse. I think they're great. The American 440s are fantastic, aren't they? Yeah, pretty much. I think that's basically the logic. They did so much with Scotsman, they might as well carry on with it. The Hush Hush, no, the Hush Hush is a 462 too. What do you think about the NRM? Did the NRM refuse to do it? I thought Pete Waterman had said he was going to do it again. Can you do a video on what needs to be done on the 48? Yeah, at some point. When we can get back to the railway? Sure. Just can't really get up there at the moment. Oh no, Rose. No worries, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. The Hush Hush was just basically an A4, but different. What's your favourite video you worked on and why? Oh god. Favourite video? I don't know what my favourite video is that we've done so far. Don't know. Actually, I know what my favourite. No, my favourite video so far is naming the 48. That's my favourite thing. I love naming the 48. Michael, join us on Patreon, and you will find out what my new vehicle is. Someone wants to put the Patreon link in, so it only costs you £1 a month, and you get extra content and all that kind of stuff. Thompson's take on the A4. No idea what that is. That's fine. That sounds like a perfectly good locomotive. Been love the Discord so far. Oh, well, I'm glad you're enjoying the Discord. The video on American student that appears for 10 years. Oh really? Oh, is that the one in? Is that the one that's got GNR on the tender? That's the J52. That's not what this is. That's actually a lot bigger than this one. That's the, I can't think the world chat. Yeah, there was the, was it the replica rocket went? No, it wasn't. It was the replica locomotion went and the J52, I think. I think that's what it is, Ryan. NRM did not do a good job with it, no. Oh, the rumours they may restore Dwight. That'd be interesting to see that A4 running. Yeah. We've got some collaborations planned for when we can do stuff again. We'll see what happens yet. So that's what it is, basically. So yeah. Right. As it's just coming up to 10 o'clock, I'm going to probably say thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this relatively briefer live stream than normal. And I'm knackered, so I'm going to go to bed. So thank you very much, guys. What's the first trip you're doing after these lockdowns? Basically, to volunteering. Basically, wherever I can go volunteering. So So yes, thanks for watching, guys. If you want more LMM, remember we've got the Patreon, which the link for that's there. Remember, we also have our Teespring store. You can't see it, but I'm wearing LMM merch today. But you can check out and buy merch, which helps support the channel. There is the Discord for chatting to me, the rest of the team, and other like-minded people about all the kind of stuff we share on the channel. And there's the PayPal link if you want to donate to the channel and help us going. Oh yeah, and of course we're over 35k now, which is kind of cool. 35k has been a long time coming. So that's exciting, isn't it? So thank you very much, guys. And yeah, thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it. And of course, have a nice evening, everybody. I like this layout. So yes, see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. Power off.